Man, that's interesting. I'm having a day here so far. Hello. This is Palm Sunday weekend is when I'm recording this for all the Patreon fans. And this is sometime in April, for probably May when you're seeing this, for all you other fans that are watching. And so I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this. This has been I'm having a tough week, as you can tell, opening up here. Microphone's not working. It took me 30 minutes actually to get some audio up on this. I hope it's working now. I don't seem just all flashing lights, so that's a good thing. So I guess my lights are flashing. Hopefully it's coming through to you guys in stereo and wonderfulness. It's coming through here. Let's see what to do first. Let me first get a scroll going on at the bottom of the screen. Over here, let's put in. We'll do the website night-music.com, and the reason why is because everything you need to know about me you can find out there. Contact information, words of the songs, upcoming shows, past shows, merchandise. In fact, I got a bunch of that that'll show you in just a second. We got some new stuff's going on, and so it's kind of exciting. It's actually it is exciting, but it's hurting my brain a little bit. So here is, let's see, let's get through the housekeeping first and check that box off. Welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. You're here, you made it, you're in, yay. It's a safe place to hang out. There's no swearing, no trolling. If you like what you hear, remember to subscribe. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you want to see it 2 to 4 weeks, 6 weeks before anybody else gets to see it, you can join my Patreon page, and those are released about 4 to 6 weeks, actually. It might be 2 weeks in some situations, but typically 4 to 6 weeks beforehand. If you can support what I'm doing with the QR code that you can find on the website. I want you to go there on your computer. That way you can take a picture of it with your cell phone. There's actually a link underneath it. If you want to click the link, you can go there too and send me some ducats on PayPal. You can go to nightmusic.com for showtimes, links, garments, lyrics, contact email, show information, how to support me. I think I just said all that. For you can support me for about a cup of coffee. It's $2.99, $2.99. Okay. And there's sponsorship opportunities. I don't sing so that you can speak directly to God. And so God can speak directly to you is more important. And if you'd like me to come to your city, church, or event, you can contact me at night-music.com, night-music.com. Okay. So we are done. Check that box off. Thank goodness. Today's episode is brought to you by Galatians 5, 22 and 23. I'm running out of twos, which is, I guess, a problem that gas stations had a decade ago. And this is what it says. But what happens when we live God's way? Good question. Why should we live God's way? Well, he brings gifts into our lives, much the same way that fruit appears in an orchard. Things like affection for others, exuberance about life, serenity, and we develop a willingness to stick with things. A sense of compassion in our heart, and a conviction that a basic holiness permeates things and people. We find ourselves involved in loyal commitments, not needing to force our way in life, and we're able to marshal and direct our energies wisely. Now, this is really important to me for right now because I'm in one of those seasons where I don't really want to do this. I'm really tired. Sorry for yawning. Probably edit that out, or probably not actually. And it's kind of, I hate to say wearing thin, but I found out yesterday that a good friend of mine who I had toured with for a while, passed away. And it was kind of tough because we didn't tour together for very long, but I can honestly say he was the only good guy on this tour. The only guy I really, got along with, and I think everybody respected him. He was just a good guy. Um, we toured together, I guess, in 2017 for about, I'd say we probably did 5 or 6 weeks. But one of the guys with him, the tour manager, basically yelled at me for something. I don't even remember what it was, but he chewed me out for something. I said, dude, seriously, you ever do that again, and I'm off the tour, because that's not how you treat people. 2 weeks later, he did it again. And I said, okay, find somebody else. He goes, well, we got a show like next week. Yeah, and you're going to find somebody else, because I told you if you ever did it again. And that means commitment and sticking to it. And you told me you wouldn't do it. You did it. We're done. But I didn't see them again until February of 2020. February 2020, we did a show, and I'll drop some names here. It was Sammy Kershaw, Aaron Tipton, Joe Diffie, and Patty Loveless. And we did a show, and I said, hey, how's it going, man? He goes, doing much better. I'm like, what happened? He goes, well, I had some problems and had cancer, and I'm getting better. He goes, it's in remission, and we're all excited. And then, of course, the next month, COVID showed up. Later on that month, Joe Diffie, one of the artists I'd worked with, had died from COVID. He was the first famous person I know that died. I think the Clooney's had it before he did, but he didn't survive it. And then I just found out yesterday that my friend Greg, who was the front of house engineer, he passed away. So it's been kind of difficult because, like I said, he was the only good guy on the tour, besides, I hope, me. But I know he was a good guy. And he's gone on to be with Jesus. I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to think if he wasn't an out of control, crazy type person, even though he worked on a crew, which was absolutely out of control, crazy type people. But I'm pretty sure he's doing okay. I know that Jesus, and I say this all the time, John 3:17, Jesus came not to judge, but to redeem. And so I believe that he was redeemed. I hope he was. I would love to see him up in heaven. And I'd love for him to go, dude, I saw that show you did about me. That rocked. But anyway, so that show was for Greg. And so once again, that's the loyal commitments. And again, me doing this show. Because I got to tell you, I was tired last week, and I'm tired again this week. And I thought when I was loading in, I'm setting everything up, I'm hauling the gear, and I'm on my 4th trip in here with armful of gear. And I thought about the age I'm at, and I thought about my grandfather, who 20 years before I'm the age I'm at, I remember him sitting in the big chair by the window, in front of his TV, black and white TV, and he had his leg up over the arm of the chair and his head back, and he was resting his eyes, which he did all the time. And it kind of saddens me in a way, because here I am 20 years north of him, and I don't get that chance. I mean, I'm not jealous, but it would be nice just to sit there in the sun and rest my eyes for a while and just take a little nap. I tried the other day, but when I take naps, I have to set the alarm for 15 or 25 or 26 minutes, because that's all I get. I can't just rest my eyes before TV. And quote unquote, I'm retired now. I mean, I'm on Social Security and supposedly getting retirement, which I haven't gotten in a couple months, but still, it's that's our government for you. But bottom line is, I don't get a chance because I'm pitching movies and I'm writing movies, and I'm involved with my partner, and she has a book that she's putting out, and so we're dealing with the book people, try to get that going. I got a music thing going on. I have advertising, marketing for that going on. Plus, I'm pitching at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week, to producers and movie people and television people, and I have 3 features and 2 pilots that that I'm pitching, and then I have another one that I'm writing right now. I have about 4 more on the slate. Plus, I would like to write a book over one of the ones that I'm pitching and see if I can get the book sold before I get the movie sold, because it seems like that might be a way to make it happen. But it's the reason why I'm saying that is they say no rest for the weary. Man, I tell you what, I would just every once in a while. There's a yawn again. Really like to, and I got to tell you, I'm filming this. It's noon, and I am just beat. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, and so I've already put in 7 hours, and it's noon, and I'll go till probably 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and I do that 6 or 7 days a week. I do take some time off. I will have I usually take Saturdays off. This week I'm actually taking Sunday off, and we'll have about 4 or 5 hours to enjoy a park. But it's not like I'm off and just sitting and just watching waves roll in. It's like I'm at a park taking pictures, taking photos, trying to get as much out of life as I can. And it's kind of tough. So anyway, and I know Greg I don't know much about his life. I know he was on the road a lot, same as me. He stayed on the tour, and he had to stay with those guys, but that was his income. My income is always like, we're believing that things are happening. And that's kind of what's tiring me out right now, is because we had a number of things we were expecting to come in that didn't happen. Welcome to the world. And it hasn't hurt us yet. It has brought us, we're using up everything in the storehouse. And that's a problem, because I never go below a certain point, and I'm so far below that it's not even funny. So I do have hope some things are coming in, but hope is not a plan, and hope is not a way to plan your life. It is a good way to live your life. You got to live with hope. I hope things are going to happen. And from past experiences, they always do. If not them, something else. So I should have brought water in with me. There will be something good happening soon. Let's see. Was there anything else? Talked about Greg. Talked about, and that's what I wanted to talk about also was commitments. And that's why this passage was, you stick to your commitments. Sometimes things get tough. Sometimes you're challenged. Sometimes you're on the peaks, and sometimes you're in the valley. Sometimes you can't see the next mountain, but you know you're going uphill. Oh gosh. Hope I don't do that while I'm playing. I'll have to take my hand away to yawn. Anyway. Typically when I'm out at a restaurant or something, and I'm having, let's say, a 9 o'clock dinner with somebody, I've been up since 5 a.m. I've been working real hard doing whatever I'm doing. When I start yawning like this, I'll pick up my water and yawn, and then put my water down. I won't actually drink it, but it's a way to hide the yawn. It works for me. Anyway, let's see. Was there anything else I was going to do? I was going to do a couple of songs. I rehearsed them. They sounded horrible. I'm going to play them for you anyway. I'm just warning you, I'm off today. I am totally off today. And I would like to go and take a nap. I just don't have a chance to go and take a nap. Again, ever. I hope to someday be in a situation where the grandkids are playing, on the carpet, and I'm sitting in a chair with my leg over the arm and in the sun with legs and belly in the sun, and I can lay my head back and rest my eyes. I just don't see that day. really ever. So we'll just keep going on while we can. Anyway, I think the first one I'm going to do is one that I really need to do. It's called More Love, More Power. More Love, More Power. Two places in that song that I would like to redo, but I won't. Anyway, I want you guys to know that I'm playing real. I watch a lot of videos up on YouTube and watch the other people. I hate to say that I watch my competition because there are some incredible acoustic guitar players and flat picking guitar players and instrumental guitar players, but they don't do contemporary Christian and hymns. So they're not really competitors. There is a guy from Philippines. He produces one video every month and a half, and he's very good, very good. Absolutely, watch his videos and support him. He has way more followers than I do, and but he does one video every month and a half. There's a couple of people who do videos every month, but they don't do contemporary Christian. And they're 40 years younger than I am. Three of them are really okay looking girls, cute girls, pretty girls, I guess. But yeah, they're not. And I don't know if any of them actually play live. They all look like they're overdubbed, to tell you the truth. And I know because of fade outs on some of their songs, yeah, that's overdubbed. And I hate to say lip sync or finger synced. Yeah, let's just go with finger synced. Anyway, so I don't know that I have any competition. I have my mentor's talking about the fact, take his class and you can beat your competition. It's like, I'm not trying to beat my competition. I'm trying to be better than I was last week. I'm trying to be better than I am. And I'm trying to be good enough for the glory of God, which I know right now, never going to happen. It doesn't mean I'm not going to try. Anyway, this is one by Chris Tomlin. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Yes, forever God is with us. Forever God is strong. Oh my goodness. Well, look at the time. It's we've been here for 23 minutes. And I gotta tell you, thank you. Thank you for putting up. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for being part of my Patreon. Thank you for your $2.99 a month. You have no idea what a blessing that is sometimes. And thank you for, most importantly, your tuning in, your continued prayers. So, Heavenly Father, for the people watching this right now, we ask you to bless them and you to pray for them and you to pour your heart and your blessings and your life into them, Lord, so that they get to know who you are, so that they get to walk through the valleys with you and keep their eyes on the mountaintop. And even if they can't see the mountaintop, that they're heading in the right direction, that they're heading into your arms. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings that you give us. Thank you for sending your Son, Jesus Christ, not to judge us, but to redeem us so that we can come back to you, Father in heaven. And we ask and thank you and pray this all in the precious name, of Jesus. And since we're talking about that, let me put the guitar away, because I didn't even do this yet. Look. Okay, check this out. So here I have Jesus as a T-shirt. That's my this is my Spanish one, and here I have Jesus. Now they don't actually say J in Japanese, but this is Jesus in Japanese, and so it's Ishi. Anyway, that's Jesus in Japanese. And then we have the course, the motto shirt, with everybody should be instrumental. And you're going to see that's one of the things I'm going through right now. I'm in a book called Mastery. And Mastery is talking about the fact that you should only try to master one thing in over a 5 to 7 year period. I learned a long time ago that if you do anything for an hour a day, you can master it in about a year. At least more than 99% of all the people in the world. You're still an apprentice, but you get real good if you do it an hour a day. So I've been doing the guitar an hour a day, but then I had, the little strokey thing, and that kind of set me back a little bit. Oh, by the way, here is did I say this is Jesus in French? So I have that in French as a t-shirt. And we have a new line that just came out, and I have one of the new shirts. I think this is really cool. This is our 70s retro Jesus. So if you like 70s retro gear, you should see ads for that coming up. And that's what I was talking about. Was it's kind of difficult because right now, I had before COVID, I had gotten my degree in search engine marketing. SEM is what they call it, and marketing through Google. And I had done a few things for my partner. I'd done a few things for myself, and they'd been incredibly successful. I think we built 260 fans in our first month on using Google, and it was good. Then COVID hit, then some things happened, and I haven't been into it in 2 years. Well, I logged back on today or this week, and they changed the entire format. They changed everything, and I will never, ever, ever make that mistake again of going through, a year, 2 years without having any touching on it at all. So, I'm a little bummed out because of how much work I had to spend this week trying to even get an ad launched. And it was, I don't know if it's even running now, to tell you the truth. But the thing is, I sat down with some of my counselors yesterday and we had a long talk. And some of them were telling me things like, Art, you'll get this. I mean, this, 5 years from now, you'll be a lot better at it than you are now. Your first ones are going to suck. Well, you know this. It's the beginning of successful is SUC. So you're going to have this suck factor when you first launch. You're going to get trolled. You're going to have people hate it. You're going to get all kinds of negative reviews. Keep going. Keep getting better. The goal is not the negative reviews. The goal is not to spend the money. The goal is to create quality content for people, and that's what I'm going to be working on now. And by the way, I have a T-shirt here, which is actually Jesus in English. And I also have another one here, which is Jesus in Australian. So if you are interested in any of those, and I have here also this one that I think is funny because I have the Underground Gospel Show. If you want to go out there and you want to support the Underground Gospel Show, and show people that you tune into us, I might start giving these away free to our Patreons. I might start sending Patreons these things. So that would be cool. Oh, looks like I have an Underground Gospel Show starting right now on this stream that I have coming up here. I'm watching old streams. So that was fun. We won't do that anymore. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So, hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.